So we know that this DeltaMath activity is actually kind of tricky. So I wanted to make a video for you just so that you can kind of view it. I hope maybe this will make it a little bit better. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for the measure of angle STU. So that would be here. Hide you so we can get our. Okay. So we're looking for STU. So to find that measure angle, we want to start at the first letter, so S, go to the second letter T, and then to the third letter U. So that would be this 37-degree angle right here. Now, what I want to look at is I want to look at this ST line. I'm going to highlight it in green here. That green line is actually a transversal, right? It's cutting into these two, let's not use it. We don't want it that big. It's cutting both of these two parallel lines, right? See how those are parallel, they're running alongside each other. And that green line is the transversal, right? It's cutting it. So what we know is we have this angle right here. This is on the inside of the parallel lines, right? What angle would this one be right here? That would also be an alternate interior angle, right? They're both on the inside of the parallel lines, the inside right here, and they are on opposite sides of the transversal, right? This 37 degrees here is on the left side of the transversal. This angle right here is on the right side. What do we know about alternate interior angles? We know that they're equal, right? So STU is going to be equal to this angle right here, VST. I know it's kind of hard to see because I wrote over it. So measure of angle STU is going to be equal to the measure of angle VST. Or they may have it written as TSV. I'm not sure. It's the same thing. It's just backwards, right? VST, TSV is just the same angle. It's just going opposite ways. And they are equal because they are alternate interior angles. Now let's also look at, I'm going to erase this just so that it's a little bit cleaner to look at. So let's actually write down what we knew from that. So we said that those are equal. So if this one is 37 degrees, then we know this one is also 37 degrees. And the computer will do that for you. Now, let's look at the second part. We want to look at measure of TUS. So start at the first letter, T, go to the second letter U, then the last letter S. So that is this 51 degrees right here. Now, let's go ahead, let's take a look at this last angle, or I'm sorry, this last side right here. That one is also a transversal, right? It's still cutting these two parallel lines. So it's cutting this line and it's cutting this line, right? So this 51 degrees right here, it's an interior angle, right? It's on the inside of those parallel lines. If we're looking for its other alternate interior, that would be that red angle right here, right? That's actually going to be WTU. So that would be angle WTU or angle UTW. One or the other, right? WTU or U. Oh, that's not a T. What was that one? Sorry. What was this guy called? S. Whoops. That's not T, that's an S. So it's either going to be WSU or USW. Sorry about that. So we know that these two are equal, right? So that one's going to be equal to angle WSU, or we might see it as USW, depending on how they write it. And they are equal because of, again, the alternate interior angles theorem. They're both on the inside. They're on opposite sides of that transversal, right? The 51 degrees is on the right side. This one is on the left side. And because they're alternate interior, we know that those two are going to be equal as well. Now, let's go ahead, let's take a look at what the triangle sum theorem says. So what are they actually trying to get us to understand from this? So now that we have, let's see what color do we want to use. Let's use green. We have these three angles over here. We have the 37 degrees, we have this X, and we have the 51, right? We have all those that are right next to each other. That makes a straight line, right? They're lined up here. What do we know about straight lines? We know that a straight line adds up to 180 degrees, right? So if we take that 51, the first part, We add the second part, which we don't know, that's our x, and then we add the last part, so the 51 plus the x plus the last part, the 37. If we add all those together, we know that they're going to be equal to 180. So let's go ahead, let's just keep on solving for that. So 51 and 37, we can add those together, right? We're going to end up with 88 degrees plus our x is equal to 180. We want to get this x by itself, right? That's what we're trying to solve for. So we want to get this 88 on the other side. To do that, we got to subtract it. Whatever I do to one side, got to do it to both, right? 88 minus 88 cancels out. X, there's nothing underneath it, falls down to the next level. 180 minus 88 is going to be, what is that? 92 degrees. So we know that x is going to be equal to 92 degrees.